children.
Now, I done heard all types of things about your birth certificate, but when I heard what he said, it had me going to find my birth certificate. I was looking high, I was looking low, I was looking all around, but the question was posed, do I believe it? Maybe I need to do a show on just what everybody is saying about birth certificates, but when he said what he said, I had to think. When he said what he said, I went and I looked to see what it actually said on my birth certificate.
The birth certificate was created for the children of the newly freed black slaves. Anybody here got a birth certificate still? You're a black slave. They were created for the black slaves. It enrolled the black slaves' children as property of the federal United States. When you get a birth certificate, you become property of the federal United States. Your birth certificate is transferred to the Bureau of Census, to the Department of Commerce. You are enrolled as a beneficiary of the Federal Reserve System, and you become obligated to the national and federal debts. Jimmy Carter transferred all the birth certificates as collateral against the national debt to the international bankers when he was president. They took your birth certificate as a security and a trust instrument that it is, and gave it to the international.
Now, that doesn't sound so unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound, because the same things that was done to your ancestors, for some reason, just because you can change a name and you can be doing deeds underhandedly and underfoot, doesn't mean the system itself has changed. So the same things that was done to your ancestors, and when I mean ancestors, I mean your great-grandfather. We're not that far removed from slavery. We only didn't had freedom not that long. But your grandmother, your great-grandfather, and your grandmother, that generation.
Bankers as collateral so they could borrow more money. So your labor, your effort, your work, all of your life will never belong to you. The birth certificate was...
And we all know the system is messed up. We know as people, as Americans, let's take out the fact that we black people. Put that on the side real quick. We still American citizens. And just because it was done to your great-grandfather doesn't mean the system changes. They're still doing the same thing, that whatever they was implementing on our grandmother and our grandfather, they're still doing the same thing to us to this day in some shape or form. So would it be so hard to believe that this is the truth? Let me give you an example. Let's say I was a scientist and I actually came up with a cure and a pill form. And when you take this pill, it'll cure any disease that you would ever have. Anything. Just think of a sickness, cancer. It'll cure it. AIDS. It'll cure it. Even sexually transmitted disease. Anything. Alzheimer's. Anything. Now, I made this pill, right? Do you think that I would actually charge you for the pill? No, I wouldn't. So by the integrity that I have as a person, wanting to see people healed, no different than my master, if I came up with that pill, they would kill me. They would kill me on the simple fact that it's not making any money. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you want to give this away for free? Yes, I would give it away for free so people could, so their grandmothers and mothers could be cured of Alzheimer's disease, glaucoma. Your aunties, your uncles, your mothers and fathers have cancer. I have the pill. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is take the pill. They would rather kill me than actually see people healed. They would rather kill me because I came up with the pill than to actually let people have the pill. If they can't generate billions of dollars off of people suffering in the world, it doesn't mean anything to them. That's how corrupt the world we live in right now. And it's a damn shame, because there's people out there and they're creating, but they coming up missing. It's people out there creating a gang of different stuff that we need, that if we had it, we would be better off. But we'll never get it because our government and the world, the systems, all they want is money. And all they see us as a number. They see us as, they don't even really see us as a name, just a number. You know what I'm saying? A number of a statistic in some damn algorithm that generates money. That's all we are. They do not care about us like that, because there's people out there that has tried to do things to embetter us, but they won't even let us have it because they want the control. Not only do they want the power, they want the control.